Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the JBL Quantum 200. This is more of a kind of budget-friendly, like wired, not wireless sort of headset. But if you know anything about JBL, you will know they started off pretty much making car audio products like subwoofers, stuff like that. Now, JBL, I don't know whether they're working with or JBL own or Harman own, but JBL have something to do with Harman, and obviously everyone knows Harman make good audio products as well. Now, this headset I picked up for 20, I think it was 25. Now, I picked this up obviously over here in the UK at a shop called B&M Bargains. Sometimes they get decent stuff in like this. On JBL's website to buy them brand new, they're 40. So 25 isn't a bad price, like 15 quid off. It's not too bad. So I'll take them out now. I have unboxed these. Well, I unboxed them once to obviously double check and make sure they work before I even recorded the video. Then I recorded a video, unboxed them, finished the video, realised that my microphone had died right at the start of that video and had to scrap that video, so here we are re-recording it again. But yeah, we'll basically unbox them, take a look. So yeah, it's now in the box you get obviously your headset, you get your typical warranty stuff, and you do get, which I did forget to put in, you do get a splitter, obviously like mic and audio jack to female jack for connecting to PC. Obviously these can be connected to console because it's just a single 3.5mm jack. So out of the box, I'd say they're very plastic, because they're not like a high-end JBL headset. They are sort of very plasticky, but it's not like that cheap, flimsy sort of, or if you bend it too much, it'll just snap sort of plastic. The ear cups are like a synthetic leather, and then the cushioning is memory foam. Now, I have worn these for like prolonged gaming, and the only downside to the memory foam is they do make you quite sweaty. They make your ears quite warm. In regards to the size of the actual like ear cup, I've had no issues wearing them. Yeah, they're a bit, I don't know, like, I don't mind JBL stuff. I've owned a couple of their higher end headsets before and they were okay. These ones, they're okay if you're on a budget, but if you have got a bit more to spend, I would spend it. The microphone on them is like a flip up and down to mute sort of boom mic. Obviously it comes with a sort of like filter on the end of it. Usually I take them off. I think they muffle sound too much. The microphone isn't bad sounding. I will stick a clip in somewhere in the video of me using the mic, but it's not the highest quality microphone, but it's not terrible. Like people in a Discord call or in-game or whatever won't have any sort of problems. Now, the only thing I don't like about these is sort of their clamp force on your head, and they are quite tight. So you tend to find with prolonged gaming sessions, they can give you a headache. I don't know if it's whether it's because these are new. They might loosen up after a while, but I do find them to be a bit tight on your head. Probably wouldn't be too bad for like sort of kids or maybe like young teenagers sort of thing. Probably wouldn't be too bad for them, but if you're an adult, the clamp force is quite strong, so you do sometimes feel like they are properly squeezing on your head. But yeah, the only other thing really to talk about is the fact that there's a volume wheel like on the back, which it's not the best feeling volume wheel, but it's not the worst. It does its job, I suppose. In regards to the actual sound quality of the headset, I would put a clip in, but I'm not really sure how I would even do that. They don't sound terrible. The drivers aren't bad inside these, to be fair. They handle the bass quite nicely. I don't play with game sound coming through my headset. I just have speakers set up on the PC, so I just use headset primarily for talking in Discord to people and stuff like that. But I have listened to music and stuff through these, and they're not terrible. They're not the best, but you're not expecting to get the best for like £20 to £30 range. If you're after a high performing headset, you want to be spending like 100, sort of that sort of area. But yeah, so it's one of them. Like, I'd say the pros for these is the build quality is quite nice, even though it is just plastic. The mic is obviously simple to use because it's just flip up, flip down to mute sort of thing. As far as the downsides go, I'd say there is only really two, and that's one, they don't support like surround sound sort of thing. And like I said earlier, the clamping force on them is a bit tight if you have, I wouldn't even say if you have like quite a large head, it's more if you're just an adult that they do clamp quite strong and it can give you a headache. In regards to the adjustment, it sounds very cheap, and I'm not sure how much I trust that plastic there, because that plastic feels a lot cheaper than the rest of the actual headset. So I don't trust how much force you could put on that until that gives way. In regards to like their sort of the way they swivel to fit, it's quite nice because they do swivel forward like that, then they go all the way back, and then obviously the ear cups themselves swivel up and down as well, so they tend to, I think they'll fit everybody's head quite nicely, but like I said, the clamping force is just too strong for me. I have a set of Steel Series over there, and I think they're way more comfortable, especially with like the sort of leatherette, sort of fake leather ear cups, like because they make you so warm and then you get sweaty and they end up looking all wet. And whereas the Steel Series ones over there, it's just like, instead of like a fake leather, it's just like a fabric, so you don't really see any marks on it either. But again, it's one of them really. You can't expect sort of like the best build quality and the best materials to be used in a £20 to £30 headset sort of thing. So conclusion on the JBL Quantum 200 really, in regards to should you buy it, I'd say if you are looking for a headset and you're looking for a cheap headset, I'd say these are a good deal if you want a headset that kind of punches above its weight as such. Because as much as they might not be the best build quality, their drivers and the sound that come out of them are actually really nice. The comfort side of things, it's gonna be one of them where it's kind of like, sort of, you'll have to decide for yourself, because obviously everyone has a different head size, head shape, so on and so forth. So it's kind of going to be a decide for yourself sort of thing. Maybe you can find a shop that sells these or let you try them on first. I don't know. But like I said, if you're after a gaming headset for long gaming sessions, then I would probably avoid the Quantum 200s. Maybe bump up to a Quantum 400 if you can afford it. But yeah, conclusion, if you're after a cheap headset with a half-decent mic, good sound quality, then I would probably take a look at these. So I'll leave this video here for now, guys. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, please consider subscribing. The channel is currently on track hours wise to hit monetization this year, but we are obviously short on the subscribers. We're at 119 at the time of making this video. We need 500 for first stage and then 1,000 for second stage. So if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, please consider doing so. But yeah, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, whatever, and we will have more sort of no BS reviews coming up in the future for products like this, controllers, peripherals, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, for now guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.